You need a haircut, bro.
I know. I've been in quarantine. I got here about, maybe it's like 14 days ago. It was kind of last minute. I was told like, no, we can bring you to Canada, and then I got a plane and I flew the next day or something like that. So it was all very, very quick, but it's nice to be here. It's nice to practice with the team and stuff like that instead of just being alone in my room, stuck with Sparkle in New Jersey. I mean, this was just like the first day of scrims together, like today, and to be honest, it's not that much of a difference considering it's all online. Like we play scrims online. We have people like Numlock who are back home in Europe, so it's like I'm here, but we're still, the team's not together still. You know what I mean? Like it's nice, but it's still not the full team. So most of the stuff we do is the same because it's on TeamSpeak, Discord.
Only half people is playing together, but still fine. I think it's okay. We have to focus on like so much thing at the playoffs this week. So like I can remember before like playoff, but like now it's so hard because I only focus the playoffs. But like you matter how to play, what team we're playing something, so I can't remember anything.
We play 1 or 3 teams, depending on who picks us, which is tomorrow. I'm doing that. I get to like do some trash talk with the teams I believe.
We're gonna choose the Toronto Defiant.
That's fine. I was kind of expecting not to get picked, and I was expecting Dogman to pick us. You know, he's gonna call me bad, call me a feeder, but it's Big Goose.
With hero pools and really heavy balance changes, it's kind of unpredictable about like how relevant a meta is going to be throughout the entire season.
I think that's a big problem this season, was just that, like Mangachu said, from week to week it's something different because of the hero pools and because of the huge patches now at the end of the season. That in one week we look like really good, we are a top 4 team in Summer Showdown, and then the next week we are probably not even top half, just because everything changes, and that means that all the coaching that has been done, all the strategic coaching that has been done until that point is invalid.
I'm not going to talk too much about how we're doing, but I'm confident. I think it's going to be a really good game.
Best of luck tomorrow, boys.
I guess there's a chance that we do actually well in the playoffs, but there's also a chance that we get eliminated in the first match.
Welcome everybody to day 2 of the North American knockout rounds. That's right, we're going to be knocking a couple more teams out of the 2020 season of the Overwatch League thus far. Here, the Toronto Defiant are going to be flipping this one over, and they look like they're in a very good position now to hold on. And this looks like it could be it. It is the Toronto Defiant taking map number 1. What a start to our first match of the day. Is this series going to be over? Is it going to be done and dusted soon? Coming up after the break, the Toronto Defiant are going to be getting their win and taking it to map 5. Gladiators, they've got to try and turn up, and look at this. Gladiators finding the opening picks, Birdering rolling through them with the Death Blossom. 2 kills, and that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. Toronto Defiant collapsing, crumbling. No one will stand up to the might of the Gladiators.
We were getting crazy. We were losing air. We were like, yeah, definitely going crazy. It was so back and forth, and we made some mistakes we never should have. We had some clutch moments that we never expected. It was a very, very tense game from the very beginning, I feel like.
It was like a good series, and it was very intense, like very close on all the maps.
So I think we were committing to like one style really hard, at least for the first 4 maps. But it was pretty hard because I felt like they had more practice in that matchup than we had, because we were just playing this one comp on like every map for a while. So they had an edge in the last map.
The meta that we're playing was really high by the time. It was considered like the best composition of heroes you could have at this time on this patch, but we went for a very different type of composition because we wanted to play on our players' strength and on what the team could do the best with, we feel like. And I think we can be really proud of the level we reached playing this composition that was kind of unusual compared to what every other team was doing, basically.
My word, what a close series. Could have gone either way.
The league basically told us which patch we have the playoffs on. And the league pushed this patch live, so people can practice on the playoff patch, while there were still 2 matches that we have to play, which are on a different patch. We could decide between practicing on the Q&A patch, which was for the matches against San Francisco and Dallas, or practicing on the playoff patch and getting prepared for playoffs. And at that point, our seeding was already decided, more or less. So what we decided to do was we basically gave up on the last 2 matches and just practiced on the playoff patch, which is a decision that you shouldn't have to make. If it was tennis, they would be like, okay, the racket size is now half of what it usually is, so your racket is like half as big, and by the way, we make the ball like 50% larger, and you can only score if you hit the left side of the court. And all those changes they just put in, and they were like, but before those changes happen, you have 2 more matches on regular tennis. So you can decide, do you play regular tennis, or do you try to get used to this new weird tennis?
Outbreak for the Defiant to be able to take it to that final round. You can see what it means to them as well.
Maybe things didn't go as well as they could have throughout the whole season, but the last game I'm really satisfied with, because we played really well, everyone gave it their all, and there were a lot of positives for basically every player that played about that match.
So onto Defiant, working it in with the kills. Oh my goodness!
You have Logic's finding those picks earlier on as well. Great shot on Ketzer as he's looking. Nick though and Karim both getting weak. And Geraldine finds pick after pick.
Obviously, we're disappointed with how we played in like the general season, and we want to like apologize to the fans that were like cheering for us, because I know it's hard to like cheer for a losing team, especially one that like, you know, we got close a lot of times, but we never like got confident wrapping the games up. So yeah, just thank you guys for cheering for us even through the losses, and we appreciate you guys.
I want to thank all the fans as well, really, for your unconditional support throughout the season, for being here even when it was tough. And I think as well that this community has been really positive and supportive to us throughout the season, so thank you very much for that. We learned a lot of things this season. Sometimes it showed, sometimes we failed to show to everyone how good we could perform in certain patches, but we learned a lot and we will keep getting better. And thank you for being with us. We'll rise together.